All right. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us for our MS Marketing Analytics virtual information session. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Ario-san, and he'll get us started with everything.
Thank you, Lindsay. Welcome, everyone. My name is Ryo Song, Professor of Marketing and the Director of MS in Marketing Analytics. I'm very pleased to be here to talk about our program. To begin with, I will provide an overview of marketing analytics and our program's background. Following that, Lindsay will offer information about the application process. Next, please. As the marketing landscape is constantly evolving, it is important for marketers to stay up to date on the latest trends and best practices that are shaping the economy. One of the most significant trends today is the advancement in technology and the data revolution. We live in an age where big data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence are transforming virtually every facet of our lives. Next, please. One of the most exciting innovations we are witnessing today is the rise of generative AI. Chatbots like ChatGPT have already revolutionized our way of living and working. In healthcare, AI helps doctors in identifying diseases such as skin cancers. AI can distinguish between crops and weeds, allowing for precise herbicide spraying that exclusively targets unwanted weeds while saving crops. This technology contributes to environmental conservation, increased productivity, and consumer health. Next. Marketers are also increasingly leveraging machine learning and AI to enhance their advertising and customer service capabilities. With the help of chatbots, customer inquiries can be handled more efficiently. Marketing analysts can predict which customers are most likely to leave their company and then develop promotions targeted to those customers. Analysis of text data such as sentiment analysis can provide useful insights for marketers to develop more efficient marketing strategies. Next. Not surprisingly, people's interest in big data, machine learning, and AI has increased significantly since 2010. This is evidenced by Google Trend, which collect the data on people's Google keyword searches. Next. While some people are concerned about the potential loss of jobs due to AI and technological advancements, it's important to identify where new job opportunities are being created. Next. Data science and business analytics are one of those promising areas. Businesses are actively recruiting individuals with proficiency in data skills. Next. We designed our MSMA program to prepare students for the age of machine learning and AI. After completing our program, students will be equipped with essential knowledge and skill sets in marketing analytics, digital marketing, and machine learning. Our program is STEM designated, which means international students can extend the OPT period up to 3 years after graduation. Next. Our program also offers excellent value. The in-state tuition is only about $19,000. This is significantly lower than the cost at other schools. Next. This is an example of a full-time schedule. In the incoming summer, we have bootcamp program, and you will delve into the basics of the Python programming language. While no prior knowledge of Python is required, it is advisable to start learning Python as early as possible to be well prepared for the program. The coursework covers traditional marketing subjects such as marketing management and marketing research. These courses will provide a solid foundation in marketing. Courses such as marketing analytics, machine learning in marketing, those are focused on analytics with Python programming language. During the capstone project course in the graduating summer, you will collaborate with a client company on a real-world data science project. Next. Part-time students are expected to complete the program in 2 years to allow for flexible schedule that accommodates work or other commitments. Next. I envision 2 broad types of career path for our graduates. Some will become traditional marketing managers equipped with profound knowledge in data analytics and machine learning. Given the evolving nature of marketing functions, expertise in these areas is essential for today's marketing managers. Others may pursue roles as marketing analyst or data scientist, engaging in the daily analysis of business data. Now I will hand it over to Lindsay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Song. Don't worry, everyone, he's sticking around for the Q&A at the end. So I just have a few slides to chat about the different resources that are available for our graduate business students, and then also want to chat with you all about the application process and components. So we actually have 8 different graduate business programs. We're so thrilled that you're interested in the MS in Marketing Analytics. We have resources that are available for students across all 8 of our programs. One of those is the Graduate Business Career Services team. We have a team of 3 full-time staff members who work in career services, and they are fully dedicated to working only with our graduate business students. So this is not a generic or a general career development center. This is specific to students in our graduate business programs only. They will support you with career-related services like resume writing, mock interviewing, internships, salary negotiations. They do so many different types of workshops, but everything is specific to graduate business. So it is not a general workshop that's for anyone across the entire campus. We also have a resource called the Graduate Mentor Program. This is an opportunity that we offer every spring semester for our students. So this would essentially be in your guys' second semester if you're going full-time, and if you're going part-time, you would have 2 spring opportunities to take advantage of this program, spring of year 1 and then spring of year 2. And this program matches our current students who sign up with an alumni or a community or business partner who wants to have a mentee or mentor students. It's a wonderful program. It's very student driven. And so you will work with your mentor and select your goals that you want to work on for this semester. The actual commitment of the program is only for 1 term or 1 semester. However, we have lots of folks who maintain those relationships with their mentors well beyond the required 1 semester. And we certainly hope that'd be the case if you were to do the grad mentor program as well. We're also very proud to have a lot of alumni who come back to serve as mentors for current students once they graduate. And we also just want to make sure that folks are aware about our graduate business student ambassadors and also our alumni network. So again, we have 8 different programs. And so some of these opportunities are open to any of our students across all 8 different graduate business programs. Our student ambassadors are all about supporting the events and workshops that our career services team, as well as our advising staff team, are hosting. They also provide new students with campus tours and orientation, and just all about, creating those kind of peer-to-peer relationships is so important. And so it's really great that you guys have that opportunity to have that both within the program and within your classes, but also across other graduate business programs as well. All right, so just a little bit about the resources available for students within our College of Business at Cal State Long Beach. I'm going to go ahead and transition to talking about the application process next. And just a friendly reminder, if any of you have joined since the beginning of the session, don't worry, we are recording this session and everyone will receive the presentation as well as a link to the recording as soon as it downloads later. So you can go back and watch this and listen to it as often as you want to. All right, so let's chat a little bit about the basic eligibility requirements for graduate business programs. The first is that a candidate should have or be currently earning a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited institution. Within their undergraduate program, they should have at least a 2.5 GPA. That is the minimum for the California State University system. Each program or college then might have a higher GPA requirement depending on the competitiveness of the program. For us here at Cal State Long Beach within the College of Business, it's a 2.75 GPA. And then just a quick caveat here, meeting the minimum requirements for eligibility to apply does not automatically guarantee admission. And so you still need to submit the application, you still need to make sure you have really strong documents, and we'll go into a little bit more information about that on the following slides. For folks who received a degree from abroad, they may need to submit demonstration of the English language requirement. We have a few popular test items here. So the TOEFL, IELTS, and Duolingo are probably the most common ones that we see students submit, but there are additional test scores that our Center for International Education does accept for meeting the English language requirement. And you can look at the website link here for a little bit more information and details about that if that's applicable to you. All right, so about our application process. Our application is submitted completely online via a portal called Cal State Apply. This is the same application portal that is accessible across all 23 California State University campuses. So obviously we're a little biased. We want you to apply to California State University at Long Beach, but perhaps you're considering programs at other Cal State institutions as well. It's the same Cal State Apply for all 23 universities. There are 4 different quadrants to complete, and we do have a helpful application guide that you can follow along with. The application does cost $70, and that's per application. So again, if you are applying to multiple programs at different institutions, then you would be paying that $70 fee for all of the institutions at which you're applying to. At the graduate level, unfortunately, that is a non-refundable fee. The deadlines for submission for the fall 2024 application cycle is March 15th for our international students who are studying on a visa, and June 1st for our domestic students. After you finish the Cal State Apply application, you'll then submit your transcripts and any test scores as required to the university. All right, so what's involved with the application? Let's talk about the different components and requirements. We are so pleased to announce that the GMAT and GRE exam is continuing to be waived for all candidates who are applying to one of our graduate business programs for the fall 2024 application cycle. This has been waived since the pandemic, and we are very, very pleased to tell applicants that it's continuing to be waived for fall 2024 as well. Additionally, applicants will need to submit a copy of their resume, their video statement of purpose, a short answer essay, and 2 letters of recommendation. We'll go into a little bit more detail about all of these different application components next. To get started on the application, you'll navigate to Cal State Apply. You'll select the term and then graduate. Once you've completed your profile, it'll ask you for some personal details. You will then see the application dashboard. This shows the 4 different quadrants that are required to be completed for the Cal State Apply application. Quadrant 1 is your personal information. So this is all of your personal details, your biographic information, your contact information. It's going to ask for your email so we can notify you that you've been accepted to the program. So all of this is your personal data and information in Quadrant 1. Quadrant 2 goes into your academic history. This is where you'll let us know what colleges you have previously or are currently attending. You will also need to enter your GPAs from these institutions. I know a lot of institutions, and ours as well, have different GPA calculations, and it can be kind of confusing. Maybe there's an upper division one or a program specific one, or maybe it's you had a minor or certificate. So we understand it can be a little bit confusing to know which GPA to enter. The GPA that University Admissions is going to be reviewing is the cumulative GPA that includes all of your undergraduate coursework. It's okay if you're entering this and you're not sure that you've entered the correct one, because after you've completed Cal State Apply, you will be sending your official transcript to University Admissions, and they will be confirming that your degree has been awarded or is in progress to be awarded, and they'll also be confirming your cumulative GPA. So please don't be too concerned if you accidentally entered like a major GPA or an upper division GPA instead of the cumulative one. It's okay. If you are an international applicant who will be studying on a visa, you can also enter copies of your standardized test scores to demonstrate English language requirement here as well. Okay, quadrant 3 is supporting information. There's actually nothing to submit in this section because all of the supporting information is actually going to be a document upload within quadrant 4. Okay, so this is a screenshot of quadrant 4. You'll click on the banner and it will open up additional pages, and each of these pages is within a separate tab. So we have the home tab, questions, documents, and then recommendations. So we'll go into a little bit more detail about each of these tabs. Quadrant 4 within the questions tab is for the video statement. Within the video statement, we're asking that our candidates respond and record themselves responding to these questions. So we ask you to briefly introduce yourself and explain your educational and or career background. Let us know what your career goals are for the next 3 to 5 years. What is your long-term dream job? And then what are you doing to prepare yourself for graduate school? Our best tips and tricks for this is that the video should be approximately 3 to 5 minutes in length. So that's approximately 1 minute per each of the 4 prompts. Applicants can utilize any video platform or service that they desire. Most of our applicants choose to upload to YouTube. The only requirement for the video link is that it needs to be publicly available and viewable without the admissions committee having to log into anything or create an account or sign up or subscribe somewhere. All right. Additionally, in quadrant 4, there is the documents tab. And within this is where applicants will upload their resume, short answer statement, and the test waiver that's available to all candidates. So in the resume section, applicants will upload their resume. In the essay section, they will upload their short answer statement document. The short answer prompt is within this slide as well. It's a maximum of 1 page, so just 1 page, 12-point font, double spaced with 1-inch margins. And applicants should be writing a prompt Describe a time when you experienced a challenge or an obstacle. How did you overcome the challenge or obstacle? And what would you do differently if you could experience the challenge or obstacle over again? So once you've written that prompt, you'll save it and then upload it into the Essay Documents tab. And then finally, as we mentioned earlier, there is a waiver for the GMAT GRE. It's available for all applicants to graduate business programs for the fall 2024 application cycle. So you'll click this link, download it, and then upload it into Quadrant 4 within the Documents tab. The last tab within Quadrant 4 is the Recommendations tab. This is where the applicants will enter the names and emails of 2 recommenders. Your recommenders will automatically receive an email as soon as you enter in their names and email addresses. The automated email that they receive will give them the links and instructions for how they are then to access the portal and provide their recommendation on your behalf. We have some tips and tricks here, if you will, for what you can provide to the folks you'd like to write your letters of recommendation. And this is just to give them a starting ground about what to include within the letter. So a letter of recommendation should include a short summary of their history with you. This can include how and when they met you, how long they've worked with you. If you're getting a letter from a professor, it could be what class you were in of theirs. And so really just all about like, how do they know you? How do they know about you? A letter of recommendation should also include a detailed statement of the characteristics that they believe will enable you to excel in graduate studies. So building upon how they know you, how do they know that you have the characteristics needed to be an excellent graduate student in business? The letter should then be a little bit more specific about the descriptions of contributions you've made, either to the workplace, a volunteer organization, your classroom environment, whatever the case is, however you know this person. They should write about specific details about your contributions. How have you made their organization better? How have you contributed to discussions or projects within the classroom environment? And then finally, a letter of recommendation should include a strong closing statement of endorsement for your candidacy to be admitted to the program. Okay, once you have entered the names and emails of your recommenders, and you've uploaded all of the documents and your video link, then you will submit your Cal State Apply application. Once you have done that, then it is time to send us the official transcripts. So again, I can't emphasize this enough. Do not send your official transcripts to university admissions until after you have submitted your Cal State Apply application. There's a couple of different ways that you can submit your official transcripts. Probably the most popular option is if your current or former institution is set up to send transcripts electronically. They can be submitted to this email address listed here. You can also have your current or former institution send an official transcript via snail mail to our Office of Enrollment Services and University Admissions. You can also bring that physically in person if you live nearby and would just prefer to have the peace of mind. Maybe you have an official transcript and you just want to bring it in person and drop it off to admissions. You're welcome to do that as well. And then for any of our applicants who attended Cal State Long Beach in the past, you do not need to send a CSULB transcript to CSULB. University Admissions has access to any of the courses that you completed and took here, and they have access to your transcript from Cal State Long Beach. So no need to send a Cal State Long Beach transcript to CSULB. All right, for folks with international coursework, so maybe you completed your degree abroad. Again, similarly, do not send any official transcripts until after you have submitted the Cal State Apply application. Your international institution transcripts are actually going to be evaluated and reviewed from the Center for International Education Admissions Office. If you have any questions about what is needed for their evaluation of the transcripts, feel free to connect with them. Their email is listed here. Official transcripts, alternatively, could also be sent in a sealed envelope to their address. And that's just a little bit different office space. So do know that there's two different entities. So the university admissions is processing domestic students and domestic transcripts. And then our international admissions office in the Center for International Education is processing international institution transcripts. All right, I am not sure if we have any current CSULB undergraduate business students on this call, but if so, I just want to talk very briefly about the fast track application process. So in order to be eligible for the fast track application, an applicant needs to be a current CSULB undergraduate student who is pursuing a College of Business major or minor. They have a 3.0 GPA or higher at the time that they're applying for the fast track, and they have to maintain that through graduation. So again, if any of our current, if anyone on the call is a current CSULB undergraduate student who is majoring or minoring in a College of Business program, then we would encourage you to email us and request the link for the fast track application, and we'll provide a little bit more information about what that is. Essentially, it is a little bit of a faster way to be admitted to the program because there are less application components that need to be completed, and a candidate would receive a preliminary admissions decision ahead of their official admissions decision from the university. All right, we have a few frequently asked questions before we turn it over to everyone on the call for any of their additional questions. As Professor Song mentioned, our MS Marketing Analytics program is STEM designated. And so that is really essential for our folks who are studying on a visa because they might want to extend their stay here, for OPT, for up to 36 months, which is a great opportunity after they graduate. Another commonly asked question that we receive is if work experience is required in order to apply. And the answer to that is that no, the MS in Marketing Analytics program does not require any work experience to be eligible to apply. Another commonly asked question is from applicants who don't have an undergraduate degree in marketing. And the answer to that question is yes, applicants are still eligible to apply. And they will actually enroll in a course called the Marketing 500, which is essentially a foundations in marketing course. And they'll enroll in that the summer before they officially start the program in the fall. Finally, and Dr. Song also mentioned this, but what is the cost of tuition? The MS Marketing Analytics program has two different tracks. So for a candidate who has selected the full-time one-year track, a cost estimate is approximately $19,000. And for a candidate who is domestic and selects the part-time two-year track, a cost estimate is approximately $23,000. For a candidate who is international or out of state, the one-year full-time track cost estimate is approximately $31,000. And then if a domestic but out-of-state student is interested in the part-time two-year track, then a cost estimate is approximately $35,000. And I sound like a radio announcer who talks really fast every time I say this, but please note that the cost estimates are based on the current academic year costs, and that might not necessarily be the same costs starting in the fall 2024-2025 academic year. All right, we are going to open it up for questions in just a moment. In case you have questions come up after this session ends, we encourage you to reach out to us. For folks who are nearby or are on campus as students already, you're welcome to stop by our office. We are also available via email and phone, and we have a lot of helpful Q&A on our website as well. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now, and just a friendly reminder, everyone will be receiving the presentation and the recording in just a little bit.